going on, guys? This is Alaskan Hog from FinTrade Pro. So just wanted to go over SPY tonight and kind of show you guys what I saw in the chart today. So this morning we gapped up slightly. Wasn't much of a gap up. Quickly filled it, and it looked like it was just going to be another drop on the day. But I was talking about it in the live channel that I thought that 298 was that area, and I think Trade Sharks talked about it a bunch of times. 298's a major support for SPY. Didn't really get down to 298, down to the dollar down there, but it did dip into the 298s and immediately crossed back over. As you can see, it crossed the VWAP. My only concern with this was there wasn't a lot of volume when it did cross the VWAP, but it went up, continued to go up. It had a pullback, tested it right here, and then continued to move up. And again, pulled back. Once it got up to this 200 period moving average on the 5-minute chart, it pulled back really hard right here and bounced right off of the VWAP, and you can see there's a little bit of volume compared to the rest of the day right here. Wasn't significant, but there was a little bit of volume to push it back up. So really nice push up there, and then kind of went sideways for a while. About an hour went sideways, and just kind of trickled sideways, and then eventually comes back down, breaks through the moving averages, and look where it bounces, right on the VWAP. Comes back up, it tests the moving averages up here, comes back down once again off the VWAP. Right at the end of the day, you can see the volume pick up here, and you get two really nice green bars off the end of the day. So the question is, moving forward, is this going to be like these days right here where you get a lot of push up at the end of the day, and then it gaps down the next day and goes down. It pushes up, gaps, it comes up, and are we going to gap down tomorrow, or are we going to continue to move forward? So in my opinion, this has to continue to stay in this area. It's got to stay above the 303 mark. It's got to stay above these moving averages so we can see some strength moving forward. Just looking at the bigger picture on this, we don't want to get back down in this range. All right, if we're going to have a move, we've got to stay above these moving averages. You'd like to see these moving averages start to curl and point back up. Right now they're still kind of moving down, flattening out here, or getting ready to. We'll have to see what tomorrow brings. As far as support and resistance goes, you would like to see it break out of this 305. Let's call it 305. Let's say 305.50. You get some touches up here where it gets rejected a few times. It comes back up the 305.30 area, gets rejected, and kind of stays in this range right here. We just really haven't had a lot of range. It's just kind of trading sideways and then gaps down, trade sideways, gaps down, and then we get a push up here. So we'll have to see moving forward if this is going to push up. But I do want to point out the VWAP on these. So I've got my VWAP as the dotted line. So here's today's. All right, I showed you this earlier in the video. Coming back to the previous day, which would have been Friday, it hovers right below the VWAP and comes down and continues to move down, and it gets rejected every time it comes up to the VWAP. It gets rejected and gets pushed back down every single time. The VWAP is definitely a very powerful tool to use. As you can see, this would have been Thursday. It dips down, gets above the VWAP, and then kind of just hovers along the VWAP right there, but really doesn't stray too far from that. And when it does, it moves. It moves pretty well, and you can see the volume coming in right here where you try to get down below the VWAP, and you see the volume here is a lot higher than what you see through most of the rest of the day. And then you start to get an increase in volume here towards the end of the day, and it pushes up. Nice little day trade right there. If you're going to day trade, VWAP's definitely a great tool to use. I would highly encourage you guys to throw it on your map, or you throw it on your charts, and see what happens when different tickers get down to that VWAP and how it reacts, how the volume reacts. That's one of the most important factors, is the volume. If you don't have volume when you're breaking through the VWAP or bouncing off of the VWAP, when it gets down close to the VWAP, you want to see this. You want to see a higher volume bar. Okay, so just a quick little video, just showing you guys what I see in SPY here. Nothing super fancy, but let's see what we're gonna do for the rest of the week. It was definitely a good start. Had a little pullback in the morning, comes up and then continues up. So let's see what tomorrow brings, and we'll capitalize on that like we always do, and we'll get into some good trades, and we'll see where we go from there. All right, so until next time, safe trading. Please like the video, subscribe. It definitely helps when you like the video. It helps get our YouTube channel out there so other people can see these videos. So please like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we'll see you next time. Safe trading, guys.